Hi, we've been trying to reach you about your shitbox's extended warranty. Well, apparently India, or wherever it is they call from, has survived the coronavirus because I'm getting those calls again. I'm sure you probably are too. Nonetheless, we don't have to worry about extended warranty on this one. So, War Machine, episode 22, getting back on this cow panel, getting going on that. Stay tuned till the end. I'm gonna give you a sneak peek of where she is today. So next up, starting to finish in the rest of this cowl across through here. I got the first piece of plate made right now. Let's show you that. All right, so as you see, there's the first piece. I've kind of got it already cut and shaped out. So what I'm gonna do along these lines, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna roll me a little bead in there. I think I'm gonna roll me one right here. I might even try to kind of, I don't know, maybe try to do it as one. I don't know, I'll see when I get in the bead roller, see how much trouble that's gonna be. On this end right here, I'm going to have to make a little small flange because it's got a step in it that goes down to where that air box meets up with that air intake right there at the base of the cowl. So next up, I'm going to throw that in the bead roller and roll it out and then drill some holes in it and get ready to weld her up. All right, well, there it is. There's our next big section of the cowl panel. You're looking at the side that will be inside the cowl area. You can see I dusted a coat of etch over it, then I dusted a coat of flat black over it. That way it would kind of protect it, you know, once it's in there and I can't really get to it again. I also went ahead and sprayed everything up inside the cowl with some flat black where it was all white and just funky looking. So got it all sprayed too. That way it'll have some protection over it and won't look all nasty and rusty and crap in there. So let's do a little welding. All right, so I have a little confession to make. I've been working on this stupid cowl now for, God, I don't know, 2.5, 3 weeks, I guess. And I forgot to take some videos here and there because between working with my daughter, trying to get her ready for a big softball trip and just working a lot at work and just being busy, doing stuff around the house and everything else, I was getting 20 minutes here, 30 minutes there to actually work on the stupid thing. And when I actually got the time to do it, I was trying to just jump in here and just go and get done what I could. And it just dawned on me a little while ago that, yeah, I've done several parts and pieces and forgot to video it. And it's probably stuff I would have time-lapsed anyway. But I feel like it would have helped you see everything that I had to go through to get it built out. So I'm going to kind of go over now and give you a brief run-through and just kind of catch you up. All right, so I told you the other day about everything that I had to go through to get all that made. So then my next piece I came through, I think I even videoed how I made this one. Now, coming into this side, as you can see, had to definitely do some shaping and building some pieces to finish all this in. What you see literally from right here all the way over and to there literally is 9 pieces that I had to cut and shape and drill holes and bend and beat on a vise and everything else. But finally, after all this time and all this beating and banging and working on it, the cowl is finally done its entirety. Now I'm just going to go over and clean it up and clean up the top up there a little bit and scuff this thing off and get it ready to put a little POR 15 on. All right, so now we're down to this bad boy. You remember him? This is that plenum that goes on top of the air box that I cut all that out of. And you can see my little quick epoxy job so I could fit it all up to build out the cowl. The inside of it's actually glued together pretty good, really. Pretty happy with that for the most part. Big old spot right there had to fill. So now I'm going to go about, you see I went ahead and sanded it all before I glued it the first time. That way I know everything will be sanded good. So now I'm going to go over, I'm going to kind of clean up that excess glue that's kind of splurged out, like right there. Clean that up a little bit and go ahead and kind of put the final coat of glue on there and get this guy finished up so we can mount her up. And you can see where I caught that on fire just a little bit. This just foam tape. I got some more of that stuff I went to Home Depot and bought. Well, not that stuff, but some stuff that'll work anyway. So we'll clean this up a little bit and put some final glue on it and get her glued up and ready to go so we can start putting this dude back together. All right, so here's our finished project. All epoxied together. Didn't No frills, no thrills here. Just got the job done. Nobody will ever see it. All I needed to be was strong and seal up. You see, I put some new foam stuff on there. It's kind of sticky on one side. It's good and thick. This is some stuff I got from Home Depot. I'm not really sure what it's actually for. Sealing windows or something, probably. I don't know. It seems like it's going to work pretty good, though. So I'm getting ready to put this thing back together and start building up this firewall. I'm mega excited. This has been a long time coming. Well, there you have it. Nothing super special. I mean, I didn't go out of my mind on it or anything. It's just one wet coat of POR 15 over all of the areas. I did kind of put it extra heavy everywhere that I had to build in new metal and stuff, where I had just etch and everything built in, just so it have, you know, a lot of corrosion protectant and all that. So I will go over after this now, just like I did the floor, and I'll seam seal everything up real good. So the reason why I like to go over and do my seam sealing after I do the POR 15 is because seam seal, they make bare metal seam sealers. We have them at work. I don't use it at work, and I'm not going to use it at home either. I just don't trust seam sealer over bare metal. I don't care what they say they put in it. If I put etch on it, I know it's got etch on it. I know it's got proper corrosion protectant. So I always put down my POR 15 first, because I know that stuff has got some, well, I don't know what's in it, but it bites in the metal something for real. So I know I get that good corrosion protectant down first. I'll go back over this with some black seam sealer. It'll look just fine. It's a firewall. I mean, and it's not a show truck either. This thing's just, it's a workhorse. That's all it is. So I'll go back over it now once this all dries later, tomorrow, whenever. And I'll seam seal up all the areas that need to be seam sealed, give that a couple hours, and then finally I will be ready to start building the firewall of this truck up. And I can't even tell you how momentous of an occasion this is for me. This has been, I don't know. It's taken me like 9-10 months. I don't know. I think 8-9 months. Okay, 8 or 9 months to get this cab to this point where it's basically complete. The floor and firewall are in. Everything is worked in. Everything fits like it's supposed to. This is by far the hardest part of this whole conversion, and it's taken me forever to do because, like I said before, I don't have a lot of time to dedicate to it every day. It would have been done a lot faster if I did. But this is huge because now I can really start moving forward with the project, and I can start doing the engine work and getting that ready to go, get the cab bolted back down the frame. I can cut the radiator support out of the 2000 model, start mocking it up on the front. Hopefully that doesn't take too long. I'm sure it will because everything else has to, but hang in there. We're going to get it, and it's going to be badass when it's done. All right, well, as you can see, finally got the firewall painted and finished out. I went ahead, I got it all seam sealed. I kind of got in a hurry, forgot to video that. It's kind of been happening a lot lately. I haven't been as diligent as I should, but back on task anyhow. Ready to finally start building up this firewall and start putting some of these pieces together so we can get this thing ready to sit back down on this chassis and get rolling. We got to do some motor work first though. But as you say, I went ahead, I got the, what's this thing called? Heat shield. I got the heat shield, and I've already got it put on. Now we're going to get rolling with the brake booster and some of these other pieces. So here we go. All right, so now I just want you to take like a hot second and appreciate the amount of time and work that I put into this right here, because I'm pretty proud of it, because it was a pain in the nuts to work out all them damn pieces and get that where it all fits on there nicely. So that now, technically, she is a 1977 factory air, you probably can't see anything right there, factory air truck. I'm pretty stoked about that. Let me give you a quick gander from the inside, just show you. Everything fits up like it's supposed to. Right on. And back to the time lapse. So, made a little bit of progress. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't exactly spring chicken, and it is killing my back trying to squeeze in these doors just barely open, trying to work on the inside of this thing when it's on the lift. So I'm actually gonna shift gears for a minute. I got some of the big parts on the firewall that I really wanted to, that I was really excited about. But I really need to put this cab back on the frame so that I can finish building out this cab, because I've got carpet and stuff to go inside it, and a headliner and seat, and the dash has got to go in and out and things like that, and I just can't do it with it on this lift. It's absolutely killing my back. So there it is. There's 22 baby steps, y'all. Lots and lots of baby steps. They say, how do you eat a dinosaur? One bite at a time. So here she is, current form. No, the suspension is not completely finished, but we're well on our way getting to it. If you want to see how we got right here, go back, check out the other videos, see how we wound up at this point. If you want to see how this thing finishes out, go ahead, smash that subscribe, hit that little bell, hang out, watch the rest of it. Thank you for watching 22. Hope you watch the rest. Fab Junkie, out.